Hello and welcome to the first part of Act 3 on this insane run of Gears Tactics. Without further delay, let's get right to it with Chapter 1.
Tall tale.
Well, Winlock has Sid written all over it. Old, busted, and sketchy as hell.
Time's up.
Now, Michaela, behave. So we've got here double snipers, one of which being Michaela, the other being Rory. We've got good old Coltrane out, and Gabe here in Chapter 1. And we've got this lovely high ground here, so we can take shots like that. Pretty good, right? Pretty good. Really, this first encounter is very straightforward. You're generally just dealing with tickers, which from high ground are good, as well as the odd disciple. That's not really going to be much hassle, to be honest.
They're in my sights.
Yeah, you've got the little ticker train going around the right-hand side there.
Fire in the hole.
We can, yeah, put fire in that hole.
Damn, baby, you made it even uglier.
Coltrane, you're too funny. Too funny. Get some good old chain shots going.
Some ammo.
I tell you, you've got to go down that route, really. That ability, chain shot, is just too good. Too good. So busy eyeing up what sort of possible shots I can do here. Go ahead and take this one. Absolutely decimated that guy. I've just got this one at the front here, which Rory can get to work on.
Lock and load.
Michaela with the finish. There we go. Pretty straightforward, and back onto the Overwatches.
They're making a move. Run and try.
Gonna start getting some tickers coming around the left-hand side here.
Here we go. Watch it. Here they come.
But of course, we can get some nice Overwatches on them.
Goddamn dumb to live.
That was nice and easy. Scouting up ahead, looks like we've got one more up there. And it's gone, and that's it. That first encounter, thanks to that high ground, is especially easy.
Let's hustle up to that storehouse.
But now we come up to the storehouse here, where we're going to be facing quite a variety of enemies.
The move.
Of course, we're going to stay by the gate and just continue to overwatch. Since we've got two snipers, it should be pretty straightforward. They're going to take wild shots like that, but it's so unlikely that they'll ever hit those, so you don't need to worry too much.
Let's see what they got. Right in the crosshair.
Ouch, I would not want to be him.
I see him.
Once again, they're going to take wild shot there. This time going for Michaela, so that does make me realize Michaela and Rory are at risk here. And then we've also got a trio of snipers to worry about too. Trio of snipers, trio of grenadiers coming in. Looks like they're all going to be coming in around the same time.
Let's go.
So let's deal with these disciples as quickly as possible. Let's also move our snipers back. Now I've traded out high cover for high ground, essentially, but only half cover, in the hope that we're too far away to get shot at by the snipers. I'm also going to keep
On the lookout.
the guys nice and safe here.
Reloading.
Keep them out of sight. I don't want those snipers doing anything to us. We've got a few shots here in the 60s. We'll possibly get a reload if we hit this. Very nice. And she's also got the level 2 of Fast Fingers, so she gets the action back, an additional action rather.
Damn it.
As you see, the Overwatches are really only going up to that far away, not particularly close.
Enemy missed.
Time to ruin your day.
Gabe tanking it up here. I should probably swap Gabe and Coltrane around really, shouldn't I? Here we go, the snipers are now almost in play here. I'm surprised they didn't even try and pin us, but they didn't want to. Nice crit on that guy.
Reloading here.
That was very good, wasn't it? Over here, what sort of shots do we have? We've got a shot on that sniper. We can quickly eradicate one of them, potentially. Gonna have a punt with a ultimate shot. Don't see the point. Fast Fingers is probably better, given we've only got 2 shots in the barrel, but unfortunately it's no good.
All right. Reloading.
So we are in fact gonna have to get a reload and just finish it off the old-fashioned way.
Running dry.
Oh, Rory. Bad miss there. That was not a good miss. So this guy comes barreling in and, well, he's gone. Snipers are starting to move down here, and now they're spreading out as well. That Grenadier's coming in very close. We can deal with him. We have a very good way of dealing with him, actually. So we're going to come here, we're going to execute this guy. They're done. We can then pop a quick little pistol shot on the Grenadier here. Thank you, Coltrane. And then clear back out.
Going mobile. Keep up.
Over here, we're going to move Coltrane around. He's got that extra action, thankfully, because of his armour. Managed to pop Blitz. Finish it off with the old bayonet charge. And there is our most imminent threat dealt with. Also got a grenade here that we can use. Possibly to get rid of another one of these snipers and that guy that is there, just in case he gets revived. Gets rid of one of the snipers, so we're now down to 2. Got that sniper up there. Well, we only need 1 action to get back, so it's probably worth attempting a shot here. 72%. Only a partial hit though, so can't quite get it to go. Gonna have to move Cole back out.
You got it.
I'm here.
Alright, now it's sniper time. The snipers have an extra action each. Some good shots there on that Grenadier. No real chance to crit though.
I'm out.
Rory doesn't have many chances to crit, or many shots to be honest. We've got the precision shot here. 87%. We can, if we crit, well, then we've got it. But unfortunately, nope, it was the 13% that we rolled instead. Which does make things a little bit scarier. Not going to be able to deal with the other sniper, so we're just going to deal with this Grenadier for now. And he is down. Over here. Probably looking at an Overwatch in case that other Grenadier comes down, or alternatively the sniper on the left there might run across. They do stuff like that. We get the attempt, but unfortunately it's no good. So he's going to get revenge and pin one of us down.
Been looking forward to this.
Very unfortunate. So we're going to get a grenade off here, just to free up Rory again.
Tell your friends, asshole. Orders?
That grenade is still far enough away.
Gonna reload.
We've got some nice shots here, but it's whether or not we even want to crit, that's the thing.
Guns going dry.
Oh, hit at this point. Gee. You guys are not doing too well here. Well, that's the best we can do.
Running dry.
Rory able to get the hit. Don't know why that feels like such a surprise. I opt for an Overwatch here instead.
On Overwatch.
That's for the Coltrane. Swing him around here. Take a little shot. Managed to get a nice hit on him. Some good damage there. And we'll bring him back round. Michaela. Well, if we get the crit, that should be him done. So it seems like it's worth an attempt. Alternatively, we could go for ultimate shot. That will give us our actions back.
It's grubs.
Gets the crit.
I'm reloading.
Very nice. So we have all those actions back. We're back to 2 actions, which I think we would have been anyway on Fast Fingers. And then we're just going to go double Overwatch here. Although it's hard to believe that sniper's going to move.
Sure
But just in case he does, we've got him covered.
They're making a move.
So that's it. It's just him left. What's he going to do? He is going to swing for the fences and take Rory from us. Just like that.
Nice one, baby.
Just like that. And Coltrane.
Let's go.
Augustus Cole, what do you mean nice one? How rude! Thank you, Michaela.
That's the lock.
Obviously, look, Coltrane's already running off. Oh, honestly. Anyway, we're going to make Coltrane pick up the goods while we have the others, move the others a little bit closer to the evac. How dare you, Augustus? That's so rude. Oh, I didn't realise they didn't like each other. Right, set a few Overwatches, and hope for the best and see what comes up. We know there's something up ahead. So we've got a big pack of wretches. Killed a couple of them. Hurt another one. There's a few hammerburst drones there as well. Nothing too threatening, but over here, I completely forgot that this happens. The damn boomer. I mean, it is at least very far away. We don't need to panic too much. But if there's a boomer about, do take the threat seriously. So, over here, we're going to get Cole to throw a grenade. Nice to know you're still on our side there.
Yep.
We have another grenade opportunity here as well. Which is looking pretty good. Just gotta. I don't know why I moved Gabe so far away. It might have been to grab loot, or it might have just been because I wasn't sure where they were going to spawn in. If there was anything that was going to spawn in. So over here we can only hurt 2 wretches at a time. At least actually we can get that guy at the back there. Just injure him.
Serves you right.
Fire in the hole.
Gabe's going to get the other 2. Got 1 at the back there, and 3 drones left, and that's it. Let's go ahead. We've got 1 Overwatch, not very much, but it'll have to do. There we go. Keeps them away, and they're generally being very cautious here. The Reg is obviously going to come charging in on his own. Not particularly threatening. Don't need to worry about that boomer, just ignore it, let's just kill what we can, guys. Indeed. Kayla, got a nice shot there. Hopefully this time maybe she can get the crit. That would be nice. Do it, come on. There we go. That's more like it. So we can actually do here, get a chainsaw, and it's pretty much game over for them. There are no real threats on the field, just that wretch. And this downed guy here. There goes the wretch. And the other one. So, job done. Managed to do that one first time, but we did have a death. That's unfortunate. We say goodbye to Rory, who's been a pretty good gear, actually. So, that's an unfortunate loss. Right, on to the side missions. Here they are. We've got quite a few interesting ones. We've got the scavenger run here. I think that's obviously the one we're going to be doing next. We're going to go ahead and recruit another scout for that, because we can get a level 5 scout as opposed to a level 4. That just gives us anticipation level 2, I think it is. So here she is, wearing Cole's armour for that possible blitz opportunity. So that first one on the left there is a little bit, I don't know, a little bit too close to be honest, which sounds weird. We could always sprint up here. We are going to sprint up here actually. But we're not going to grab it yet, because we can get the extra turn for it. So what we're going to do is we're going to grab anticipation, and we're going to get ready for one hell of a dash next turn. Alright, we've got a bunch here on the right. The Grenadier is the only threat right now, but they're so far away and not really in my way at all. Oh, look at that, 6 actions. We popped Blitz as well. That's the anticipation, so there we go. 6 actions, we can get all the way up to the next crate. This is really far. Just playing the route ahead, we've got that crate, then that crate, and that's our line out, really. Pretty straightforward. Gonna go ahead and grab this one, even though we don't get the action for it, so I probably should have grabbed the other one last turn. I'd have still had an action in hand then, but that's okay. These guys are right on top of my crate, but that's alright. I forgive them. There's no problem. Alright.
Time to make a move.
We've got sprint again, but there's no real point because I think it takes 2 actions. No, it's 3 actions. Well, we'll do it anyway because then we can dash away. So, here's the plan. We grab this. We then can pop our cloak as well. We still have our cloak. That's right. Let's go ahead and use that. Because we get the action back as well. Then we can also sprint away. Because we're a little bit close to them, even though they can't see us. It's just not very comfortable.
Heads up, Locust
So they're going to do their best to catch up on me, but it's no use because we are out of here. No, no, Cantus. Not interested. Get out of there, Carrie. Good job. Scavenger run done. There's our loot. The heavyweights. The destroyer leg guards are really good, gotta say. It's now a 2-gear rescue mission, and it's going to be Gabe and Sid on this one. There's our pods. This is immediately what we run into. Go ahead and get rid of those. So if they get any actions, oh my goodness, it's not nice. For this last disciple, we'll just overwatch. What he should do is move up to the full cover, but he's not going to do that. I mean the high cover, sorry. It's going to get shot there. Very nice. And of course we can deal with this guy quite easily by navigating around. Again, use that waypoint system. It's alright to use 2 actions here because I'm going to get the action back for the bayonet. So this costs me 2, taking us down to 1. We then use our last action on the bayonet charge. There's nothing else there. This is all that we came across. 1 disciple and 3 tickers here. Just get on, get our action back in case we need to move back into cover, but it's not really a problem. Go ahead and take some high ground here. We get 1 random disciple running up. Kind of random.
Time to play exterminator.
Well, who's going to play Exterminator? Okay, and now we get that. That sound always means you trigger a new pod, so
You're all done.
interesting. These guys appear to be sort of split up in almost into individuals, as opposed to a group of enemies. But yeah, anyway, chainsaw this dude. Get out of here.
You're done. Bagged and tagged.
And then we've got what appears to be a solo disciple down here. So we've grabbed that loot there, because it was, you know, easy pickings. Move down here and just have another little look, see if there's anything about, but there appears to be nothing. So unfortunately this is very little damage. But that's alright. Go ahead and take some awesome shot there of Sid, who just gets a massive crit. Start moving around to get the execution the following turn. We also see that nothing else is coming in, so that's pretty cool. So let's finish him off. Unfortunately, we are poisoned. Kinda sucks. Gonna go ahead using power just so we can get this person out early. Welcome to the team, Sherry, I believe her name is. A Vanguard. So we're just really going to end it there, because Sid's just busy creeping all over her. She can't really move. And then we get our next pack of enemies, and a real threat this time. Triple Grenadier. When you get 1 or 2, it's never a big deal, especially if they're just on their own. But 3 of them, that can be kind of scary actually. That really can be, especially when you don't have too many chainsaws about. So, because we've got Gabe in a good position here, we're going to go ahead and pop a grenade down there and move him back down here out of sight, in the hope that out of sight, out of mind. And we'll bring everybody up here ready to make an ambush on them. So fortunately 2 of them run into our trap. That causes them to go berserk. And everybody can get 1 each, so Sid takes out his. He goes right ahead, grenade, stab, look at that. And then Gabe can just go ahead and pop his hair trigger, making it very easy. And he can take out his 1. Look at that, team effort. Everyone pulling their weight. Good stuff, it's now on to the final pod over here. Make our way around and we can see regular old grub up there. We've got that Sherry down there. I'm going to go ahead, move Sid down there with her. So, regular dude. Then have a disciple trying to flank us possibly here on the right. He's going to go ahead and take a shot there. Too far away. Dreaded sniper. 1 sniper's all it takes. But he's so far away, there's not really much we can do about it. Go ahead and plant a grenade there of Sherry so that in case he comes around, you don't need to worry too much. As for Sid, well, we're probably going to want to throw a grenade or something. Moving around here. Interesting, I decided not to throw that at the sniper. Instead, just do a lot of damage to that guy. Go ahead using power, get Sid back in cover. And that's not great, so instead we're just going to have to hunker him down there. As for Gabe, Gabe is only in half cover.
Got my
I'm
eyes
going to go ahead and just cover Sid just in case they try and flank him. So, Sherry, you're going to be okay there.
I'm clear.
Ooh, an attempt on Gabe's life, that's why you shouldn't keep him in half cover. That absolutely could have been a hit. Alright, the battle over here is going to begin with a good old Intimidate. You can then move her.
Setting up a kill zone.
Well, we can't actually move her, we move her back up. I was going to see if we could stab her, but we couldn't. We move Sid around there instead to take a shot at this guy. You are determined to go for Sherry, it turns out. Look at this. Sniper moves down there into cover. Out of the way, which is good for us. Gabe decides to end this fiasco. The Disciple. Sid sneaks his way round to get rid of the sniper, and that leaves us with one low health drone. This poor sod doesn't have a chance. And he's gone. So we get ourselves another gear. I don't remember what class you were, or even what your name is. Okay, so you can see the exit is straight up ahead. They decide to go ahead and drop 5 tickers. Plus 5 more. That's a lot. So it's explosive time, really, and
Time to go.
yeah. We're just gonna gradually get through all of these tickers. In fact, it took so long, we just have to overwatch turn by turn, make sure that if they get too close, we just throw a grenade. Just play it safe. No need to take risks here. So there we go. Plenty of overwatches. They will come in again. There's one grenade. And yeah, you see, they sort of form lines. It's quite nice of them, actually. That guy decided to change queue, which queue he was in. One at the top there. Anyway, we're on a grenades to throw, so we're going to go ahead and start planting grenades because we are... yeah, we're running out of grenade options. So we go ahead and do that. This guy over here's got very little health, so I'm sure we can take him out even though he's quite close. Possibly in striking distance, but we really focus fire on him. Only a couple are left. I believe it's the last 2. Runs into my grenade. Nope, it's not the last 3 it was. But that is the absolute last one right there. Get rid of him. It's gone. We are now home free. Let's make a dash for the exit, people. Get out of there. So there we go, we got through that one first time. And this time with no casualties. Look at that legendary impact grip. Pretty nice. Plus 30 damage, that's for a Nasher, so that'll be with a scout. So that's good. Anyway, we have the final side mission of Chapter 2 here. Yep, time to blow up some emulsion. You heard the man. We make our way up here so we can get some high ground, but it turns out they beat us to it. But at least we got rid of a wretch. We then see this Theron guard who decides to go ahead and... I'm just like, what the hell? I don't know how we didn't die from that, but I will take it.
This'll be good.
So everyone's on low health immediately. Coltrane is not happy about that.
That was for the highlight reel.
Absolutely, sir. Alright, we go ahead, throw a grenade to get rid of these wretches. It looks like we now have the high ground. So, finally. We are safe at the high ground. We move Cole into a nice little position there. That little nook there that he's in. You'll see it in a moment, just there. He's able to get very good shots on those guys. Which is what we are going to do with him. We're going to go ahead and, just in case any of them do get through, we will overwatch those stairs there, but take a look at that. 97% chance to hit, 57 for a crit. Loses his hunkered ability. Not that it matters when you're flanked. Nice crit there, that's what we wanted. Go ahead and take the final shot. That's him downed. One less disciple to worry about. We've got a heavy round here. So, we managed to stop them at the stairs there.
Sniper on standby. Whoa, how you know the codes? They don't take no shit.
That's right, Cole. You tell them. You tell them. We can go ahead and grenade down here, do some very nice damage with Q. Is it Q? Who? Not sure. I don't know. Anyway, not a great shot, hence the miss. Well, we're going to have to keep taking it anyway. Nail it the second time. Not going to come in there and execute. No, I am, apparently. That means we lose damage though, so probably best not. Instead we'll just cover up here because otherwise this guy can come barreling up. We don't want that. Problem is when you execute those guys, you actually lose 75% of your damage output. Not very good. I'm gonna go ahead, get a snipe on that guy. He hasn't got a hope. And just in case he does break through, yeah, he ain't gonna get very far. He's not gonna get very far. Not at all. No chance. So, rinse and repeat. There you go. Another one down.
I get the job done.
And we bully this last guy into just pretty much giving up. He didn't have a chance, did he? Didn't have a chance. Alright. So, we open up the gate. Let's try not lose another sniper this time. And yeah, it's pretty close. It's pretty close, meaning they're going to be pretty close as well. We can already see some tickers over on the side there. I believe there's a sniper dead ahead, not on the high ground by the tanks, but on the lower bit to the right there. Yeah, you can see a sniper. Bunch of disciples at the back. We go ahead and maybe see if we can get a little preemptive strike whilst they're not in cover. 54%. I feel like it's worth a chance. But if we get just a little bit closer, that could really up our aim chance. And the extra damage as well, even if we don't get the crit. 70%. It's a miss. I figured, alright, well I can't really risk leaving you out in the open, so let's move you back. Let's see if our other sniper, Jess Maniac Darren, can get it. Why do you have two first names? Whatever. Anyway. You also do the same thing. And it was also 70%. Which really sucks. Really sucks, man. Move our heavy in. Don't know what on earth I'm thinking. Planting a grenade, of course. What do you mean, what am I thinking? The problem is with this grenade, it's a little bit... it's in a bit of an old spot. We can't really use that right-hand side anymore. Gonna go ahead and move these two back. Well, there we go. Just as long as they're out of the way and not easily exposed, we should be fine. Go ahead and set up a little overwatch here.
They're moving in.
So we can see the tickers starting to form their little ticker train. I think that's what I need to start calling that. We graze that guy. See the pack of disciples moving in. You can also see the sniper there on the right. The sniper definitely being the priority.
Yep.
That was the first time I actually spotted him, so in a way it's just where we have our chain shot ability, because at least we can use it here just to ensure that we absolutely obliterate that guy. Because I do not want him to live. 66%, so it's a 2 and 3. 90% chance of a crit though. Don't get the crit. That's fine though. Got 3 actions, we can go ahead and take the precision shot on him, just to ensure absolute... yeah, definitely a fatality. There we go. He's down. I don't want any snipers spoiling the fun here. So, good job. We just set our overwatches. Tickers seem to be doing some sort of odd formation. Look at who here, our heavy. Our heavy is hitting heavy. Once again, we do the same thing, and the thing is he's an Overwatch guy as well, so he gets an extra shot too. Look at these shots here on the ticker. Beyond.
Don't go getting it.
Disciples are starting to make their way in.
Game time, people!
But yeah, we just leave it to Hugh, who is healing himself up at the same time. Good ability, that. When you put him to Overwatch, or when you're anchored at the end of your turn, you... Oh, that was just so good. You get health back. And it's in no relation, it doesn't equate to how well anchored you are, just as long as you're anchored. Even if it's just one, you do get health back. So you're busy healing up. Look at these. This is all we're going to do, really. Just Overwatch. That's all we need to do. Look at that. It doesn't even make it to the grenade.
Mighty impressive.
That said, that might have been... who was it that did that? Might have been Michaela, actually. No, it was Jess, apparently. Okay, well done. I don't see how at that angle, but whatever. So they are all now just sort of out in the open. Still a bit tough to hit, but we might as well take the shots anyway. Fast fingers there. If we get the crit, worth a punt. We don't get the crit though. We don't seem to be getting many crits now, do we? Get one more. And he's down. That's very good indeed. So we're going to go ahead and we are going to take this shot here. Yes, we are. It's a miss though. Probably should have opted for an Overwatch, really. Oh, okay, Jess, you're on this angle. Fair enough. It makes sense now. We down that last disciple with that little Overwatch there. We go ahead and we're just looking at overwatching that one over there in the distance. That said, best using the pistol in this case, just because we're going to hit him when he's there anyway. Alright.
Engaging. Need a reload soon. I'm okay.
Good old Hugh just staying evasive. That was a lovely shot there by Jess. Did you see that?
All right. Let's go.
So when you get an opportunity, when it comes to deciding what skills you want, once you've got your chain shot, your ultimate shot, I do highly recommend the Overwatch shots can crit. That is massive. That's an ability I've picked up that is incredibly useful this entire act.
Keep him coming.
So he's now poisoned and he's lost all of his health again.
Reloading.
That's not cool.
Everybody, brace for growth.
And really, we're just bullying this last guy. That's it. It's just him, isn't it? So yeah, not really. That's it. These are the last two. The one that's downed and that poor old drone there. So we deal with him, set our charges, and we're away.
Takes 2 chemicals to make cytostatic gas.
Alright, moving on to the Chapter 2 mission itself. It's another control mission. Once again, with the dreaded Boomer. We do hate them. We're going to send Sid up here to the left. We're also kind of going to send Hugh in that direction as well. No, we're not. The other 3 are coming down here on the right. But Sid's going to take care of that left one. And we've got some high ground here, which could be very useful, especially since the Boomer is going to be right in front of us. Along with a pack of wretches as well, because as if, the Boomer isn't enough.
Funny business with that gun. I'm watching you.
Alright, Michaela. So we can just about make it into the circle here, which we're going to do because we want to pick up supplies as early as possible. And we need to see if we can deal with those wretches if possible. We send Coltrane on the right there.
Site located. Time to settle in and play some defense.
That's right. Have a look at this loot here and get greedy. Decide to yoink. Let's take some of that. Thank you very much. I'm going to move you into full cover here. We're going to move Michaela over here. And probably just set a couple of Overwatches. So away you go. Very good shooting there. Got rid of 2 of them, but one of the wretches managed to get over there to the left. Now, even though he's got Hugh flanked, he's going to go for Sid, because Sid's just a bit closer. But of course, very little damage is done, especially at that range. We then get another drop here on the left. Disciple, Hammerburst, Grenadier. We're going to get the same drop here as well. So it's now a pretty active battlefield.
Gotta keep the grubs at
But we
bay,
did
or
get a
they
supply
know
at
we're
least.
back.
So it takes out the
Yeah,
wretch and
that's right,
reclaims his
asshole.
territory.
No visitors allowed.
78%. Well, we're going to go ahead and attempt a chain shot here.
Low on ammo.
Nails the shot, gets the crit. Good stuff.
Dropped one.
52% is not great, so I'm looking at possibly moving into a better position.
Right
We've
there.
got this spot here, although we do risk getting flanked, but we need to get to work here, don't we? Only 42% chance to crit. Well, we didn't even get the hit in the first place, which doesn't help. Take a shot with Cole, and he's got that disrupt ability, so that makes him rather uncomfortable. And as for Hugh here, well, probably looking at a possible Overwatch. If he can even walk that far, not too sure if he can. I figured, right, you know what, let's get you into high ground. Again, we do risk him taking a shot at one of us. I decide, what about suppressing fire? That way he can't move. Maybe we just take a regular shot. 49%. He manages to connect, which is nice. Goes up to 59. You know what? Figured, let's Overwatch him. He knows Sid is there. As for Coltrane, we're just going to Overwatch here with the pistol. Just do a little bit more damage. Next turn we have to deal with him, assuming we're still alive. So these guys are going to start moving in. Not really interested in them yet. You seem like you want to go for Cole, or possibly flank Michaela, which is kind of scary. He does some really good damage there. Really good damage. We've got the Grenadier coming in this side. Over here they're still, well, that guy is actually a bit closer than I was expecting. But at least we've got the supplies coming in. So Hugh, I'll let you get to work here. I think I was trying a, don't know, oh that was it, it was a critical hit shot I think it was. But yeah, he's able to deal with the Boomer. I tell you, they're great on these control missions, the heavies. Very useful. Get the shot, the grenade there to get rid of the Overwatch. Freeing us up, and Michaela and Cole are going to take care of this side. Just set up some Overwatches. Cole does count as being in cover there. We're going to have Hugh start to move over here to give Sid a hand.
On it.
And we're just going to Overwatch here. Unfortunately, that moves Sid out of the circle
Got
here.
orders for me?
Because I set him into an Overwatch, so he steps out of cover, putting him
Wait.
out of the control circle there. But once he uses his Overwatch, he should go back into it,
On the lookout.
theoretically. So let's take a look and see how that plays out.
Grubs. I see you.
Get some shots there. And yeah, he's back in cover, as you can see. He's moved back into cover, putting him back in the circle. Good shot there from Michaela to down that guy. There's an easy execution. This Grenadier is getting very close. We need to address him now. And the same with this one. He just makes his buddy go berserk for us, which is actually great. That was really good. That's really good for us because it means we don't need to worry about doing anything to make him go berserk. So I'm going to go ahead, use Intimidate here.
You're all gone.
And that just blows him away, apparently. We can come right round here. Take care of you. Very nice. We've still got 2 actions left in the bag. Well, make out 3 because Michaela. Gonna go ahead and execute this guy.
Looks dead to me.
We've then got the Grenadier up here. Go ahead, pistol shot you in the face. Finish you off. Vanguards, guys. For this reason alone, you always need to make sure you probably have a Vanguard out as well.
Reporting in.
I mean, this is a pretty ideal team. So we're going to go ahead and just set some Overwatches here.
I'm ready.
We've got Hugh in cover. I decide, well, 34% chance of a hit is suppressing fire, and he just goes ahead and gets a crit. Look at that for a shot. Hugh Jumper Merchant. Good work. Tell you, if you survive this campaign, you're going to make it into XCOM 3. That's for sure. My campaign. Okay, Disciple moving around here.
Try again, grub.
We then get the next batch of enemies, which hopefully we won't need to address. We can get enough loot. I mean enough
Let's grab
enough
a couple more
supplies,
loads.
rather.
Make sure we get enough to knock Ukon on his scaly ass.
We need to survive 2 more turns. That's how it's looking. We need to get 3 more.
Frag out!
So we go ahead, throw a little grenade, gets rid of you. This side here, 47% disabling shot. She absolutely was a stunner there. I'm gonna go ahead and overwatch this guy. Just because we know there's guys up there. We did execute that other one back on Sid's side. I think we got him to execute it. We've also moved Jumper around to get an overwatch here, so he can lend them a hand. Take a wild shot there on Hugh, trying to shoot through the wall, mate. Don't know what you're thinking. Just got to survive the 1 turn, so there's no point in sticking around because we need 1 more supply. So we just pull Michaela and Cole right the way back, because the other side is completely secure and it is not actually possible for them to reach us. So I don't know why I'm making such a fuss out of where to go. Apparently we really can't jump into cover there.
Standing
Move
by.
here, I guess. As for you, probably best getting into
Yeah.
cover. Well, in fact, actually we're better off moving Sid there.
Took you out.
Nice shooting there from Hugh. That's it, there's our supply. 4 enemies dropped, but it doesn't matter, we're done here. That is chapter 2 complete.
Okay.
First time, no fatalities.
You alright, Sid?
Pretty good.
Whatever you say. Now,
Moving on to
These
chapter
guys look like grenade
3.
casings up at the old missile silo.
It's time to get us
Step to it.
some grenade casings.
Leaving Sid
So the
alone.
first thing we're going to do
Mixing a
is do a
bunch
little bit of scouting
You really
with
trust him?
Coltrane.
No.
And
Steps
look
on the
at
line,
that,
we've got
what a
plenty of pissed off
sight.
soldiers there who'd love
What a
to see
lovely
you
sight when you're in this sort of situation. Bombs away. Whoa, that's a big boom.
I'm listening.
That must have made one hell of a noise. Alright, well, with most of the enemies out the way, it's just a handful of disciples now.
They're in my sight.
He's going to overwatch this way. Oh, hello. Someone's going to take a shot at Michaela. Yeah, overwatch down that way, so what we'll do is we'll shimmy Gabe around the other side of this old tank. And then, of course, come in with a chainsaw.
Silo has high security. Clear out these drugs so we can get that gate open.
Man, what
Target down.
was he saying that whilst chainsawing? Managed to keep such a calm demeanour. Alright, and it's really just the last one now. And he's just going to stand there and overwatch. So he said come to me if I'm not mistaken, so alright buddy, no problem. We'll come to you.
Come here!
Thank you very much, Coltrane.
We're good. Time to work on magic on those gate controls.
So, once our
Get to
magic
that
has
silo,
been
people.
worked, it's now pushing forward to the silo.
Eyes up!
I see grenadiers, I see wretches, and what you're about to see is something new as well. As if countesses weren't horrible enough, we now are introduced to the horrible Zealot? I'm going to pronounce this thing wrong the entire time. Zealot? Basically, it's the same as a Countess, but more powerful. However, it doesn't use the Toughen ability, which, to be honest,
Almost makes the regular
is
Kansas
great.
team cut. Careful! He looks extra aggressive.
that is true. These things just walk straight up to you. Now, these 2 snipers here, they're not going to be a pain. They're actually just going to sit there the entire encounter because they are cowardly, apparently.
They're taking
Without a Theron guard to order them forward, that's all they want to do. So, the wretches are going to make their way in first,
Come get some!
with the new Cantus 2.0 making its way with them, actually.
Grubs are on the move! You're too goddamn dumb to live!
Good. Target neutralized.
And Grenadiers starting to make their way around this side here. Gotta be careful. So we've got a number of enemies from a number of different angles coming at us. So Sherry, we're taking, oh yeah, don't think I mentioned it, we're taking good old Sherry from that previous rescue mission out on this one. So we go ahead and stick a grenade there. I'm gonna go ahead and put it back into full cover. As for the others, well, we're probably looking at overwatching
Setting up a kill zone.
the Grenadiers there. As for Michaela, I don't really like the position that she's in here. Not great angles, is it? It's sort of okay. Apparently, out in the open is the way to do it. And we're just going to really focus fire on these Grenadiers. I have a feeling I've forgotten the Zealot. Sorry, I promise for the next video, the next for part 2, I will look up what they're called. Go ahead and... Oh, he waited for the wretch. That is cheeky. Then he goes ahead and takes a shot here on poor old Sherry, and that's her Gears career over very quickly. I was particularly annoyed because I thought she was going to be fantastic here. Such a shame. But we did absolutely annihilate that Grenadier, but now we're down to 3. 3 gears. Now I could just load last checkpoint and do something differently to save her, but I don't play that way.
You got orders for me?
That's not what I do, that's just not me.
Let's do it.
So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to grenade this horrible thing here. Do some damage.
Outgoing frag.
Do the same again. Luckily, Coltrane is in full cover. He won't feel that explosion. And then we're going to go ahead and, well, these shots aren't great, but we do have a high power shot, 53%. A bit wild, that one. But we have increased our aim on it. And I'm not sure. That was a mistaken. That was a... Looks like there maybe was about to be like, oh, you know what, I'll just reload. But no, I didn't reload. I just constantly press escape by mistake. Bad habit. Alright, so with that thing dealt with, Cantus 2.0, we've now got this one random Grenadier here, who is going to be pretty textbook, as you can imagine. Yeah, the usual. Just a little slap in the face, then a knife in the chest. There we go. Now it's just these 2 snipers who, that's as far as they progressed. So we're going to go ahead, just chainsaw the second one here. That's them dealt with.
Okay, we're clear.
Gave us a chance to get a load of cooldowns.
One sick freak after another, like some twisted grub chef.
Yeah, that's why we're gonna close his kitchen.
Yep, so we're going to go and grab those grenade casings. Thank you very much.
All right, let's go, people.
That's it, Coltrane. Let's go. That looks like more than a casing there, Michaela. Looks like the grenade itself.
Got our grenade casings. Time to head home.
Right, can we do this with 3 gears? So, they're probably all going to come towards these stairs here. So we're going to tuck Cole nice and close at the bottom there. We've got Gabe around there on the right, still kind of working out what to do with him. And we've got some high ground here with Michaela, who can get a nice shot. Well, not a very good shot there on the top there, but she does have a good angle on the stairs, so there is that at least. They come charging in. Make their way down there. So it's a mixture of regular hammerburst drones and disciples, is what we're looking at there. Go ahead, taking a lovely shot, really nice. Come in here, we can get the execution, because you cannot see us. You see the lines there of the Overwatch, but it's so concealed. There's no way you can see down there. So we're going to go ahead and plant a nice grenade there, and then hop back over.
What's next?
There we go. So we've secured the stairs a little bit more. Once again, I do look up here, maybe think about, oh, do we flank them over there, but not really worth it, because we can be very easily flanked. We've got a ton of actions here with Michaela. Kind of wasted them by just setting up an Overwatch instead. But if they do come running down at least, we're good for a turn. This guy is going to come in. We've moved Gabe over to the left here. This guy just runs right into my grenade. But Michaela misses a bunch of shots there. Poor form. Now she's out of ammo. Damn straight. Uh-oh. You see that? That's a sniper. There's always a sniper in the mix, isn't there? Alright. Pop that little reload. Take that little shot. And miss it. Why not? Well, at least we have an excuse to use ultimate shots. There we go. His head is no more. Again, we can use Intimidate. Damn straight. Go ahead, take a shot here with Gabe. Lovely critical hit. That is good stuff. Could use the high power shot or the regular shot. High chance to crit. We don't have any more grenades. I'm considering, right, what do we do? Do we chainsaw? Do we high power shot? Go for the high power shot on the one at the back. I think it's because I figured, okay, well we should hit the one at the front instead, right? But it didn't quite work that way. So I'm going to go ahead here. Can down this one. He just dies as opposed to being downed. But that's no problem. Can do this. I'd be pretty terrified if I was the two up there. You just see the body of one of your comrades float in the air with a knife through him. It's got to be terrifying. So, more Overwatch is set. They are now making their way up here, which is risky. This is dangerous territory they're in now, that we're in rather. They've got the high ground on us, and that is not a good thing. But we do have grenades available. Getting up those stairs is probably important. What I decide to do with with Gabe is I start shimmying him forward, considering high ground there. But I ended up moving him all the way up here, thinking that there's no way they can shoot all the way down like that. I figured that's just not possible, is it? Go ahead and get some damage on this guy.
Ready.
What have we got here? It's 21%, still 10% shot, which is absolutely bloody awful. Mainly because of that big full cover thing in the way, whatever it might be. See what shot we can take here. 41%, not terrible, but when you start relying on these sorts of shots, you're gonna have a bad time. Moving back, Gabe's in a bit of a suspect position, to say the least. I take a precision shot there, 21%. Yeah, I kind of realise I did not think this one through. I then move her back, but really I probably should have overwatched the stairs, because this guy is going to come running around. He sees an opportunity, gets a good flank on Gabe, and he's gone. That's one hell of a death noise. Yeah. Anyway, reloading, we find ourselves in a similar position. We've taken out quite a few of them. And then Cole just meets his demise because once again I'm too far forward. I couldn't get back round to the right hand side of the stairs. Take 3. Here they come. We've got Michaela instead with a really good chance to overwatch on the stairs here. I don't know what happened there. The disciple downed his buddy, apparently. He did, he discipled his buddy up there. So he downed his buddy. Downed the disciple. Okay, and now he's downed. Everyone's down. You get downed, you get downed, you all get downed. Fortunately though, we have this damn Overwatch to contend with. We don't have Intimidate either. What's the plan? What's the play? Well, we do have Empower. Can always move Michaela up. Possibly here. See if we can maybe throw a grenade. Hit the disciple up top. Looks like we can. That's good enough for me. That's a very good grenade actually. Do a lot of damage. Over here what we can actually do. Get the little execution.
Good news. You're dead.
That is good news. Spread the good news. And that leaves this guy up here. as well as the sniper. He's not interested in coming down. He's not going to fall for it, apparently. And with that camera angle, I kind of realise there's obviously somebody else there, isn't there?
Hit him hard.
Presumably the cowardly hammerburst drone that is always a token in every group. The disciple finally gets bored, starts making his way down, and Gabe just gives him hell, leaving the poor old sniper on his own. I say poor old sniper, we don't feel sorry for him, do we? Alright, so there's our last loser up there. At least so we think, so we get an Overwatch on him. He gets a nice shot in the chest there, stands there, overwatches. And what I'm doing over here is, well, we just flank the Overwatch. Suddenly, I spot another sniper. Well, that's not cool, and I am now in full panic mode because I'll be damned if I'm having it taken away from me. Just like that. And there really isn't a whole lot I can do. Our options are very limited, so I decided to take the shot of Mikaela instead. Just to give Cole some more breathing room from that guy, because, yeah, not pretty. So what we're going to do is we are actually going to empower him, and then we are going to use the hunker down ability to make him very difficult to hit. He's now in a very similar spot to where Cole was, or where Cole was going to be going to. Looks like we just about might be able to get close enough. Now, although Gabe's got some nice movement now, still not enough. Doesn't matter. We grenade to move him out of cover, and we, take a shot at him. He's gone. A couple of reloads and a death that time. Not so cool. Not so cool, man. Very unfortunate. Alright, we now are on Chapter 4, but we've got another 3 missions, side missions to do. And the one at the bottom there, we're definitely not doing. That leaves us with the other 3. And that second one there, the middle one, is the most difficult one. The Wasteland Control, Operation Crush Trident. Your units cannot use grenades or proximity mines. That is a tough mission, especially for a control. And we are, in fact, going to go ahead and do that one now. The one above it and below it are just a standard incursion sabotage mission. We can take our time with those ones, but the control mission is going to be very difficult. So why don't we make this one the finale for today? It's going to be double heavy, double vanguard. And these guys have been given all of the best equipment. So we've got Hugh Jumper Mochano coming back out again. We've also got another guy, Tank I think is his nickname. Let's hope he can do just that. And thought I'd stall that moment there, where their legs are all sideways. Yeah, that one's pretty far away, isn't it? So we've got one in a crappy little bunker-looking thing, which we're going to send Sid and Tank around to. And over on the left, we're going to send Coltrane and Hugh. So we begin with 4 disciples. This one here is in a really cool building. I've never seen this building before. Looks pretty damn awesome. So we finally get Cole in there, and he can start picking up those supplies. He looks like he's nice and safe for a good while. I'm busy just fascinated by this building. It looks so cool. I'm busy trying to work out where I can go in it, because it goes further down, but obviously you can't go there. A multi-tiered building like that would be amazing, like a complex. Oh my god, that would be so cool. They ever do make a second version of this game. So we get our first supply. Lovely. It's time to set up positions. Since we've only got those disciples up there, we're going to move Sid in here. He's in good cover. Go ahead, little overwatch there. We're going to go ahead and set Hugh up near the front here.
Understood.
Also in full cover. And he's got a nice window that he can shoot either there or on the left where Sid is. Cole, we're going to tuck into this corner here. Just have him sit there for a number of turns. Hopefully picking up supply after supply.
Ready and waiting. Watch it. They're moving.
There is also a chance we get some legendary loot, but we have to hold both control zones for 3 turns. That's consecutive as well. You can't hold them both for 3, have a break if after the first 2 in one of them and then grab the other one again. No. It has to be consecutive. So we've got some drops there. We have the Zealot or whatever it is on the other side, and this side we've got a couple of Grenadiers and Theron Guard as well as some regular Hammerburst drones. The Tickers on the right hand side here, pretty scary too. So, and we've only just got the supplies coming in.
Let's do this.
So here we go. Sid, what are you going to do? Probably going to have Sid worry about the right hand side, I reckon. Over here.
Orders.
Probably the plan. We're going to have Hugh just overwatch this section here.
Kill zone established.
Yeah, Sid's going to overwatch there. So hopefully they won't get a chance to shoot Sid, because Hugh hopefully will do his job well. Not Hugh, sorry, Tank. Whatever his name is, Alejandro, I think his name is. But yeah, this is Hugh over here. Right, no real good spot for you. I'm a bit unsure what to do. So I decided, right, let's deal with this Grenadier now. So, I'm going to move you down here. Go ahead. I'm going to overwatch you a little bit closer. Wait till you get a bit closer, not only to increase the hit chance, but also we want you closer for when we actually down you, so that we don't have to run as far for the execution. Important that, remember. You don't just need to like overwatch straight into where an enemy is. Overwatch them where you want to stop them is a good tactic. I'm going to go ahead and get the snub pistol out for Cole. This side's looking okay for now. This side, they're going to be feeling the heat. Alejandro goes ahead and downs this one here. It's kind of unfortunate it's all focused fire on one enemy, because these guys can just start making their way in. Interestingly, this disciple's going to head round the outskirts there. Get a good shot there of Hugh. And here come the others. There it is. Countess 2.0. Inbound. The Tickers are taking a moment to flee, which I'll take. I'll take any moment they
First half's done. Keep it up.
Yeah. So we need 5 more supplies. While over here we can only really do the same thing. Continue the overwatch. Over here, reckless shot plus 30% chance to crit. I guess now's a good time to take that. He absolutely nails it. Nails it, man. Seriously. Go ahead, get an easy finish. There goes that Grenadier. Next turn, should be able to come up with an execution. Very nice. Over here,
Keep it watch.
get an overwatch off. Coltrane, again. They're starting to make their way to these stairs here, so snub pistol overwatch is kind of our only option. You can see there's some stairs there they can come up. When you're not familiar with a building, it's sometimes hard to work out what's going on.
Armed and ready.
Because those bits down there, they're underground, and they're just so misleading us. Because it's all so well detailed, so...
Low on ammo. I'm
Right,
out.
well that gets rid of the one that was downed, which isn't really my prerogative. Did get a few shots on this guy.
Need a reload.
That was good damage. This guy comes charging in. Gets a shot on Alejandro. It's only a partial hit though. Thankfully, that could have been really bad. The Theron Guard makes Cole vulnerable. They start making their way up. The regular drone first, as Bakes, and the Theron Guard comes in.
It's empty.
Got some good damage there. Grenadier's going to go up and join them. And yeah, they are starting to pile it on up here now. Pretty nasty.
Shot went wide.
This disciple has changed his mind and sees an opportunity to possibly go and flank Sid. Such as that guy. The Tickers are starting to make their way in. Looking pretty scary over here, and we don't get the supply because of that damn Cantus 2.0.
Finish the job. Time to make a move.
So we get our execution here of Hugh.
Couldn't be dead enough.
My favourite execution, which I could watch again, again and again. And the only thing I can think of doing here with Coltrane is moving him up. Getting rid of that Theron Guard, because that is the absolute biggest threat
Pretty much.
any turn. He's gone. Now, moving him back down here looks pretty risky because we can't quite get back into our original spot, which is very frustrating. So we're going to have to go ahead and moving back here, meaning we won't be getting any supplies if we do that. But because we're only using one action, we can down this guy. Looks like the best option. We could pick up the Theron Guard's Torque Bow, but no, not going to do that. We'll just down this guy instead, so he's no longer a threat.
On it.
Move Coltrane over here. Really, I should be in the control zones to keep the supplies coming in, to be honest. Over here I wrestle with the idea of kicking tickers away because it looks like they can just run in and do whatever they want at this point. I kind of hope, well, let's just hope he's far enough away, at least for one more turn. We can just grab one more supply from here.
Get past me.
I'll be pretty happy. Pretty happy.
Open for business.
We have to get a reload here. And instead of taking the shots, I decide, well, let's just overwatch
I got
instead.
this area. Heads up.
We get some shots there on the Disciple at the back, so at least that's one gone. Jump, and Alejandro here is mowing these guys down. 9 health though, how frustrating is that? Very frustrating, so nearly dead, but that's insane difficulty for you. This guy, it's a good flank and a crit on Sid. He's going to swing back into this position here, get another partial hit on Alejandro. This guy's doing nothing. While the Grenadier's making his way around to Coltrane.
Shots didn't connect.
See some more Overwatches, and then we see a Boomer. Because why not? Why wouldn't you include a Boomer? Can Boomers climb ladders? I don't think so. Fortunately, because of all the Overwatches, there wasn't much I could do. Sid ends up getting shot. So we got a load from our last checkpoint, which was from here. The point where we were trying to crit this Grenadier. We managed to get the crit again. And so history repeats itself. Over here, I once again opt for Overwatches.
I'm on Overwatch.
Coltrane, he just does his thing. So these guys walk into the Overwatches. Alejandro keeps them far away.
Guns dry.
However, this guy's going to come running in and be an absolute ass and get rid of Sid's Overwatches. That's 3 actions essentially wasted, giving these guys an opportunity to come right in. Theron Guard's going to go do his silent scream on Coltrane, and they are going to start making their way up nice and early this time. And poor old Cole's going to take a hit. Got a Disciple coming running up here. And you're again gonna get rid of our supplies. You get a massive shot there on Alejandro, which is just no good. Theron Guard sending everybody up. But the Theron Guard himself swinging around the side, which is interesting. Poor old Sid takes another shot and dies. Alright, take 3. We're going to take our shots this time. No Overwatches. Actually move Sid up quite a bit, and he gets a wonderful crit there. So we don't need to worry about losing the supply here this turn. That's a fact. We actually don't need to worry about losing the supply. We're going to get this supply, which will be our 3rd one in a row on this side. We don't get the crit this time though, which is kind of scary. Very unfortunate. 93%, we can't even get the kill. It's just shy by about 8 damage or something. 7. Unbelievable. So, never mind. We're going to be 1 action behind over here with Hugh, but still. Coltrane, again. Overwatch, please. And Sid's just going to have to tank that one out over here, but we don't need to worry about that Zealot.
Last round. I'm all
So, Hugh does his thing. Stays in cover. This guy comes in, but he hasn't got a Sid to shoot at, so he just overwatches. Theron Guard does his Theron duty. And he's again in a similar position to before, the Theron Guard. Theron Guard, though, taking a shot this time. Luckily, it's basically a miss. Let's call it what it is. That is essentially a miss. Sid takes a big hit there, but that's fine. In fact, That's pushed him out of Overwatch range. That was great. That's actually worked out in our favour, I think. Or has it? No, it hasn't moved him out of Overwatch range. Never mind. Things looking still very dicey here on the right though, but we do get that precious supply. Very precious supply. But over there on the right, well, we can't use Intimidate.
On standby.
No, we can use Intimidate. It does get rid of the Overwatch there on the right. So I'm going to go ahead and do that.
Last call.
Frees up Sid. And what I should do here really is throw a grenade to free up Hugh, because he was kind of trapped. But we do get rid of this Disciple. So we've really freed ourselves up this side. The tick is very close there. But I'm sure we can hold on to this side for one more supply. I really want to move you back, because I just feel like you're in such a dangerous spot. We can't Overwatch because you step out. I'm busy thinking, I want to move you, I want to move you, I want to move you, but we don't. We get a reload.
Alright, reloading.
And we just set an Overwatch that side instead. Over here, well, I probably did that a little bit too soon, because I forgot about the execution. So we're going to go ahead and get ourselves this execution.
That shuts you up.
Very nice. And then we're going to have to start making you a little bit more relevant. Cole busy shouting his encouragement. Again, we're going to come up here for Theron Guard. And get ourselves a nice little bayonet charge.
Come here.
Good stuff. We move Cole back down. He's not in great cover, but it'll do. Okay. Over here, these guys are getting stupidly close. We don't have the Intimidate ability either, so kind of like, what do we do? Cole has to tank a hit there, but that's no problem thanks to his badass ability. The tickers are moving in. They're in striking distance. And then we get two Theron Guards come down here. Now those Theron Guards, they have an access point in which they can clearly flank Cole. So things are looking very dicey here. But we just need to survive, by the looks of it, 2 more turns, it would seem. And there is nothing we can do here. We've lost this area here. This cost 1 action. 2 actions if I... Well, 1 action if I play it just right, like this. So we use a little waypoint system to do that.
Back off, bro.
Pick this guy up, so he's far enough away. We look at taking a shot, but we just don't do any damage because he's poisoned. Even using a grenade won't be enough. Over here, I just don't know what to do, so I attempt to make him run it. I believe in you. Well, never mind. Never mind. So we have lost this side. It's fair to say. So for 2 actions, we can't quite make it to the other side. Make it to that loot, but that means nothing. So what we do is we come out here, stay in high cover. Up here,
You got
it
it.
all rests on Coltrane and Hugh. Mainly Coltrane though, because those Theron Guards, they're going to come in and start flanking us if we're not careful. So what we do is we get some Overwatches here.
On Overwatch.
Coltrane's going to sit here. And he is going to Overwatch. I believe those Theron Guards are just about far enough away that we don't need to worry about them.
They're moving.
So just get as many shots as we can over here. Around here, this Disciple decides he's going to run away, which is weird, but sure. Miss there on Sid. That's lucky. Then have an Overwatch there. Very close up on Sid. The Grenadier is up there, but he's too far away. The Theron Guard comes sprinting in. Fortunately, there's something in the way, so they can't get a shot off. And we then have a ticker train making its way up. These tickers come in. Nothing we can do here. Looks like Sid's going to have to run an Overwatch. Now the thing with Overwatch, I'm trying to... busy thinking, right, does it work a bit like XCOM, where if you take the Overwatch whilst in cover, that greatly increases your chances of successfully running it. So what I do is I realise that, okay, we've got this Overwatch here on the right, possibly one on the left, but we're in at least full or half cover. I can then waypoint my way round there. So if we waypoint across the wall, and then just make a dash down here, we should be okay. And look at that, we pull it off. Isn't that brilliant? That's how you get yourself out of a situation like that. Use the waypoints to run an Overwatch along a wall. Sometimes that, that quite literally can save your life. Over here we're going to have to move Cole over this side to avoid contact with that Theron guard. So I figured, right, moving this way, he's just going to have to tank some shots. But we use the hunker down ability to make him very difficult to hit. As for you, well, I figured if they can get this close, they're going to get some good shots on him. We figured, right, let's see if we can maybe just use the snub pistol, because they're going to come running down probably. So at least if we can get some shots on them, that'll keep Cole safe, hopefully. The Tigger train, I figured, was just about far enough away. Right, here they come. Managed to down one of them. Cole takes a hit, but that's okay. That's what that badass ability's for. Those guys are well in control of the supplies. The Grenadier's way too far away. Got the Theron guard moving around to the side instead now. Ticker train moves up, the other Theron guard comes in. That Ticker is so close. So close to Hugh. They destroy the supply there, but we just about cling on to the last supply here. Mission complete. What a mission, right? What a mission. So there we go, we had a couple of reloads and another fatality. Really racked up the fatalities this time, didn't we? But it wasn't in vain. It wasn't in vain, Alejandro. You did an amazing job there. Because we got ourselves a legendary case. And that's what it's all about. Getting that precious loot. So that was good. So why don't we have a look at what it was that we've just unlocked? It is some interesting cog armor with the sleek ability, plus 40 health and plus 2 movement range. That's going to be very good on our scavenger runs. Well, there you have it. That was a pretty exciting mission, wasn't it? That control mission really was insane. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, and I hope you'll join me for part 2.